Yes, hello everyone. Yes, hello everyone. Am I audible, visible to all of you? Yes, after a long time. Yes, I tried to connect with you. Extremely sorry for inconvenience, but somehow the connectivity problem was there. Yes, Ashwini, hello. Very good afternoon to all of you. Can we say good evening as well? Yes, so those who haven't downloaded the Unacademy's Learner app, please download it. My special classes and other top educators' special classes are available there. So please do watch it. Let me introduce myself. Those who are new here, my name is Harshvardhan Singh, and on this platform, I'm going to teach you history, economics, and international relations. Currently, my lecture series on world history and international relations is going on. Please watch my videos on YouTube as well as it is available on our Unacademy's Learner app. Along with that, those who want to connect with me, this is my Telegram channel through which you can connect with me, or you can connect with me through Unacademy's app. This is my address, Harshvardhan Singh for you. You can connect with me here as well. I'm having 8 year experience in the field of civil services as an educator. Yes, and earlier I was selected as an intelligence bureau officer. Yes, Neha, good afternoon. So these are our top educators. Please do watch their videos. It will help you a lot. Those who haven't taken subscription yet, I insist you to have a subscription of Unacademy. It will give you lots of benefits and it is the best learning platform which is available at your doorstep at your own convenient time. Yes, and we are providing the Plus as well as Iconic subscription. I insist you to have an Iconic subscription. Here we are going to provide all the aspects of guidance including personal feedbacks. Whenever you want to take the subscription, please use my code HarshV10 is my code. You will get the 10% discount as well as you are going to count as my student. Along with that, we have optional as well. So according to your own need, you can take the subscription of optional as well. And please use my code there as well. And UPSC Combat, this format is all about, you know the information about it. Those who don't know, please visit our website or learn from our app. Yes, this is the most important alert. 6 months left for your preparation, and for that, we are going to launch the batches. Yes, these are batches of our top educators. Please do watch their videos and join their batches. You will get more benefits. And the last important thing, that is price hike, is going to be there. So before that, please take subscription of Unacademy and the same use my code. Now these are my special classes. Please do watch my lectures here as well. And yes, today only we have a lecture, and in this lecture in the evening we are going to discuss the question and answers related to the topic, that is American Civil War. Clear? Yes, good afternoon Bhanupriya and others. Okay, so today's topic is most of the time neglected portion in the world history syllabus, that is related to development of modern ideas and political philosophy. As those who are the student of political science, they are quite aware of this, but other than these, rest of the student considered this topic is a boring. Yes, means they do not feel that this topic is an important, or somehow they consider this philosophy is not a cup of their tea. Let's see whether this philosophy are so difficult or whether it is attached with us. Yes, so let's see in this lecture. Enlightenment ideas, as the Renaissance topic we discussed in the last time. Renaissance, when, how, where. Yes, do you remember Renaissance? we mentioned that there are many factors played important role in the Renaissance and Italy became the center of it. Along with that, we mentioned the fall of Constantinople was one of the important events which spread the ideas in Europe. Along with that, East-West connection was there. So we mentioned that. But modern ideas, modern philosophies, these are propagated in the era, and that is most important, that is 17th and 18th century. These two centuries, 17th and 18th century, was considered as a period of intellectual activities. Yes, because most of the modern philosophies, most of the modern concepts are evolved during this time only. How, why, and what were the reasons behind that? First, as the struggle between various ideas were going on during this time, various struggle here, as the struggles between various ideas were going on here, like liberty versus despotism, which one is better? Along with that, on religious side as well, the two religious sects in the Christianity, that is Protestant and Catholics, they were also discussing the same, which one is better and all. So do you know what? When such debates and discussions were going on, the most important outcome of it, that is the most important outcome of debate, is churning of the idea, and through this churning a new output is emerged. Means both sides are going to present that the best, and they want to show that they are the best, their idea is the best. But of course, nothing is perfect in this world. But when the ideas are exchanged with each other, a new output, which is more significant and more, what we can say, important, emerge out of that. And such debate and discussions are most important for human development as well. Yes, a more development. And it happened in Western world as well, in ancient time, in Indian philosophy, it was there. Yes, the continuous debate and discussion that yield the fruitful result. Here in the 17th and 18th century, due to the Renaissance, it was a period of awakening, and this period act as a fertile ground for emergence of modern political ideas. Clear? So this struggle of various ideas like liberty versus despotism, Protestantism versus Catholicism, etc., gave birth to the modern ideas. And this period is known as Age of Enlightenment. Age of Enlightenment. What exactly the Age of Enlightenment means? It is basically the substitution of science for theology. What it means? Yes, everyone? Yes, boys and girls, what it means? The substitution of science for theology. How can this point is relate with you? Yes, substitution of science for theology. Yes. Hmm. Yes, everyone, what do you think? Substitution of science with the theology, what it means to you? Yes, no response from your side? Yes, Ashwini, Bhanupriya, Neha, what it means to you? Substitution of science for theology. Any guess? Forget about the exact knowledge or exact information. At least you can guess what exactly it means to you. Substitution of science for theology. means it basically means whatever the ideas present means which isn't. Yes, Akshay is there. Instead of religious or church idea, there is development of scientific field. Means, yes, exactly, Akshay, exactly. Yes, scientific temperament, exactly. Means the belief replaced by belief replaced by what? Truth. Means whatever the ideas were there in religious texts, and it was a belief that that is true. Hence, whatever written in the religious books are true based upon the fact, but it was not there. With the development of science, these beliefs replaced by the truth or facts that we mention. That is known as Age of Enlightenment. Clear? Next, substitution of supernatural religion with the natural science. Yes, that is also important. Substitution of supernatural religion to natural science. Yes, Rudra, illuminate the world with the scientific technology. Yes, scientific knowledge and yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Now you get it. Yes, all you get it. That is substitution of science with the theology and substitution of supernatural religion to the natural science. What exactly it is? Yes, everyone. Substitution of supernatural religion with with natural science. What it means to you? As I believe all of you are a religious people. Yes, almost all of you. There are always exceptions. Even the handwash said 99.99 germs they are going to kill. There is always exception of germs as well. Clear? So it is the same case with me and you. Almost all of you are a religious people. So what exactly it means supra or supernatural religion to natural science? Yes, everyone. Akshay, Ashwini, Rudra, Neha, Bhanupriya, you are there. Only 3 4 names are there. What about the rest? Why you are not texting? We are in interactive session, and your interaction, your views are matter to me. Hmm? Yes, everyone. What do you think? What is supernatural religion to the natural science? Hmm. I'm waiting for your replies, boys and girls. Ashwini said, don't know. Okay. What about rest? Shall I explain? Yes, if you don't know the things, then please let me know. Akshay said supernatural means created by God. Natural science means there is existence of science behind it. Okay, good, 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 good. Yes, exactly, exactly. Yes, go on, go on. Yes, shall I explain, everyone? Shall I explain this thing? The supernatural religion means new understanding of the relation between God and human. Instead of that, we say that this supernatural is extra worldly things to natural things. Yes, Vanupriya, exactly. I'm going to explain that. You know that religion. In the religion, they used to talk about extra-worldly life, means life after death. Yes, the main focus of philosophy was there, means salvation. Yes, life after death, even heaven, seventh heaven, and all such type of ideas were there at that time. Clear? So instead of focusing on that aspect, they are starting focusing on the real aspect. That means worldly things, not the extra worldly thing. We can mention it as a worldly thing. Clear? Yes, exactly. Disliking of superstition and all means basically at that time the period was extra worldly. Now focusing on the worldly thing, natural thing. Means right now whatever the problem we are facing, we have to focus on it rather than the problem we will face after the death. What's the significance of that? How many people know what is there after death? Nobody. Then why you are wasting the time? Clear? So this enlightenment is basically focused on what we can call it as a one word is there, materialistic thing. Yes, they focused on the materialistic thing rather than the extraordinary thing, and that is the important aspect of age of enlightenment. Yes, is that clear? Yes, everyone, is that clear? And this is the era of reason and dignified position of individual. This is the era of reason. Ashwini says that we can't ask the dead person what's after death. Yes, that is true. So we are living in a materialistic world. Clear? So this enlightenment era is an era of reason, logic. Without reason means something is there, something happened. There should be some reason. Yes, earlier it was a belief. Now it is a reason. People have started finding the reason behind it, and that leads to many scientific development. Yes, and here the earlier the position of individual was not matter, but now individual matters a lot. Clear? Yes, point is clear to you, all of you? Good. Next, the development in the field of science. The development in the field of science, literature, and philosophy paved the way for modern world. How? Development in the field of science, literature, and philosophy paved the way for modern world. How? Yes, I have always have a basic question for you. What do you think? How? Yes, Aditya, hello. Yes, what do you think? How this science, literature, philosophy paved the way for modern world? Yes, my future bureaucrats, we are learning the modern ideas and philosophy. That means, and we mentioned there should be some reason. And I hope you are all are rational. And rational people can think by their own. Tell me, they allow the person to be rational and think out of box. Okay? Hmm. Go ahead. Go ahead. Or in one sense, you can explain this thing one by one. For example, you can explain the science, how science played role, how literature played role, how philosophy played role. Just explain it and don't worry. I'm there to explain if you don't know things. Yes, but I just want to know then what you are getting from it. How science, literature played important role. Nele said, as it was based on the facts and experiment which boasted the. Yes, exactly, exactly, Nilesh, you are accurate. That you're talking about science, exactly. Science, the various experiments boasted the myth. A very best example, Copernicus, Galileo Galilei. Yes, Copernicus, Galileo Galilei, these were the people who busted the myth that Earth is centric and Sun is surrounding Earth and all. They busted it. Clear? They presented the scientific temperament, means basically extraworldly, supernatural to natural. Clear? Means whatever the misinformation human were having, actually they provided the information and that led to the or that paved way for the modern world. That is related to science. What about literature? What about literature? Yes, awareness, change in the mentality, yes, Rudra said. Yes, of course. In literature, we can mention they created the awareness. By the writings, they created the awareness among the masses. Among the masses, and they expose the what you can say myths prevailed in society. Yes, Ashwini, exactly. Pen is mightier than sword. Yes, Nilesh, what you mentioned, as it was based on the fact and experiment which busted the myth. Yes, 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 exactly. Actually, the literature created awareness among the masses. Along with that, they, what we can say, told, means through their pamphlets, newspaper, and everything, they spread this idea that you are slave, exploitation is there. This is a means reason for your exploitation. Means because of that, awareness is there. Yes, don't criticize the Pope and feudatories. Yes, exactly. They criticizes that. Means literature was the aspect which awakened the masses, exposed the myths prevalent in the society, and along with that, they, what we can say, uh, presented the new ideas in front of them. Clear? That is, and what about philosophy? Yes, what about philosophy? How philosophy paved way to the modern world? Yes, everyone. How philosophy? Yes, Ram Kumar, you are there. Good. How philosophy? Very simple. They criticize the established institution and provided the alternative. Yes, do you agree with this? How philosopher played an important role? They criticize it, they question the present institution. Maybe it is a monarchy, maybe it is a religious institution. Yes, exactly, Nilesh. They helped to develop the reasoning in the masses. First, they criticized that and they provided the alternative. They were just not just criticized, but they provide the alternative as well. Means this should not be the form of government. This is a form of government. They were talking about the natural right of man, human. Yes, they were talking about the social contract and all. So basically, what exactly? They put a question mark on the existing system and along with that provided alternate to this current system. Clear? This point is clear to all of you? Yes, this point is clear. Okay. Now, enlightenment is associated with naturalism, rationalism, optimistic progress, and humanitarianism. Yes, naturalism, rationalism, optimistic progress, and humanitarianism. Clear? These four are the important aspects of human development and it is associated with that only. Next thing, enlightenment was not restricted only with the philosophers and scientists. Yes, this the idea of enlightenment. Yes, the idea of enlightenment is not restricted only with this philosopher and scientist, but in latter period it is attached to the others. In the latter period it is attached to the others. Others means whom? Somewhere nobles were there, traders were there, and even kings. Clear? This idea, because idea doesn't have border, and if an idea clicked to you, then definitely you are going to support that idea and you are going to promote that idea. And these ideas struck with the philosopher and scientist, and they propagate this idea. And those who are aware of it, those who have some, what we can say, awakening is there, they grab this idea. And this happened that noble adopted the new ideas, traders adopted the new ideas, even the king. And how? Because king also posing challenge to the authority of churches over them. So this is the best example of that. This idea is not restricted to handful people. This idea spread and propagated, and finally, when this idea reached to the middle classes, yes, they are those who in real sense are considered as a spreader of new ideas. These middle classes were considered or acted as a spreader of these new ideas through various means, like like we mentioned here, like yes everyone, like hmm, what do you think? How they spread these ideas? Yes, boys and girls, what do you think? How these middle class spread their ideas? Of course, it is very simple. Yes, it is very simple. These are the ideas. I am asking about various means, Ashwini. Various means, whatever the means, these means are like newspapers, pamphlets. Yes, exactly, Neha. Exactly. Clubs. etc. Good, 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 good. Very good. So this point is clear to all of you. Okay. So the middle classes are real spreader of this idea. Next, in the 18th century, witnessed the appearance of most of the features of today's world. The 18th century witnessed the appearance of the most of the features of today's world, such as, yes, exactly, Rudra, book clubs, libraries, printing technology, trading professional, exactly, yes, good, good, good. These are the tools through which you can propagate the ideas. So, what I mentioned that by the 18th century, most of the modern ideas of the today's world appeared, such as, yes, such as which idea you considered as a modern ideas which were established that time. Yes, hmm. Use your brain. Any guess? Any idea? Yes, of course, exactly. Democracy. Yes, Maharshi Pratap mentioned believe in equal opportunity. Democracy. Then parliament. Individualism. Yes, exactly. Pratap, you mentioned that is individualism. Yes. Then nationalism, etc. Yes, exactly, exactly. Actually, Neha, it was already established during the time of Renaissance. Use of vernacular language. Use of vernacular language. It is already established. But these modern institutions, modern ideas were appeared in 18th century and which we are using in the today's world. Clear? This idea is clear to you. Good. Next thing, the development of political philosophies. The development of political philosophies, and the most important person in this political philosophy, Hobbes. Yes, some of you, those who are political science students, they knew about it very well. So I hope I'm not in that position to teach you the Hobbes which the political science teachers are going to teach, but at least I'm going to give you the basic information related to the Hobbes, what's his philosophy, how he propagated that philosophy, and what's his beliefs. Clear? So now we are going to discuss about Hobbes. Hobbes was quite skeptical of Bible and of any supernatural religion. Means basically he is suspicious of Bible, means whatever written in the Bible, as well as he was along with suspicious towards the extra worldly life. So that purely means he doesn't believe in that. Clear? Quite skeptical of Bible and any supernatural religion. That means he was not happy with their idea. But he justified one thing. He justified the absolute monarchy. So in modern terms, if you consider that any person is justifying the absolute monarchy, in present terms, if you considered any person is supporting the idea of absolute monarchy, then you are like, what? Really? Are you sure? Yes, such kind of reaction is there from your side. And why it is so? Because you know the disadvantages of absolute monarchy. Then why this person supported this idea of absolute monarchy? Yes, so answer of this is lies here. According to him, man by nature is unsocial animal. His philosophy is there, means his view of point is there. He said that man is actually unsocial animal and guided by selfishness and intrinsically hostile to everyone. Means basically he presented the view of selfish person. He said that man is a unsocial animal guided by the selfishness along with that instinctively hostile to every other man. He said that his idea was that. So do you believe in that? Yes. Do you believe that man is an unsocial animal? Yes, everyone. Do you believe in that? Yes. Do you believe in that man is an unsocial animal, or you believe in that man is a social animal? Very best example. Indian marriages. Indian marriages show that how man is a social animal. People has to go. People said that what? Forget about corona, anything. No, marriage is important. Yes. And after marriage, food is also important. So that shows our social life. So, but his idea was there. Of course, man is a social animal. As Akshay I said, that even the disinfectant hand wash also claim that 99.99% germs they are going to kill. 1.001 is always there. So that is the exception. So whenever we talk about it, we talk in general. Clear? Clear? Arre, if person is not going to be selfish, then how he is going to earn? How he think about the progress? How that person is going to think about the progress if that person is not selfish? Don't you think so? He is going to say, "Sab moma hai, there is no need to earn. Just chill, nothing to do." Man is selfish by nature, but selfishness and greediness is two are different aspects. So do not mix it. Do not mix this thing. Clear? Selfishness is there. Selfishness is basically a motivating factor for you to do something great. Clear? For the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of the society. See, the people are sending disinfectant or hand wash. Okay, good. So this point you are not agreeing. But still, his point of view was that. But why he presented this idea, why he presented that view, that is also most important. So, what he said, the next thing, what he said, in order to overcome the hostility with other men, in order to overcome with this hostility with other men, he comes in social contract. He comes in social contract with the prince to achieve peace. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So already French Revolution. Again, you are doing what? I didn't get you. I didn't get you what you want to say. So, in order to overcome from this hostility among the men, these men had a social contract with the prince. With the prince, means they considered one person as important. For what? To fulfill their desire of selfishness, that is to achieve peace. His idea was that means instead of fighting with each other, they considered one person as a superior and that person is going to control all. His idea, the Hobbes idea was this. What's the reason by this idea? So he advocated the strong authoritative state of the government. He advocated strong authoritative state of the government. That means this government is going to control all. And when they are going to control all, there is no scope. There is no scope for fight, or there is no scope for quarrel. There is no scope for fighting. Yes, everyone. He advocated the strong authoritative state. Why he advocated? Because the strong authoritative state can control all. And you know what? There are many states in the world at present acting like the same. You have lots of examples, and you can see the world with the naked eyes, so you know better than me. So to control all, there is a need for one. Yes, and what's the scope? Because of this, there is no scope for fighting and all, and to establish the peace. As there is no fight, so of course peace is going to prevail. So, as he presented this idea, but can you do you note one point? And this one point is basically it strengthened the idea that church is subordinate to the state. Well, you done French Revolution full history. I think you are doing now. You are doing philosophy part. EBCD. French Revolution philosophy is different. It is related to the three people only. The title is Modern Ideas and Political Philosophy. We are talking about the 17th and 18th century. Just go through the syllabus. In the syllabus, you will get to know these words. First, we discuss about the first part of this lecture was basically Renaissance. We discussed the Renaissance, and the second part of it, that development of modern ideas and political philosophy. That is different. This is different. Clear? Have I taught you Hobbes there? Have I taught you John Locke there? Of course not. Here they are. Clear? Yes. Yes, everyone. The idea of Hobbes is clear to you. Yes, everyone. Do you have any problem to understand the Hobbes? What Hobbes wants to say? Yes, boys and girls. This idea is clear to you. The philosophy of Hobbes is clear to you or not? Yes, clear. Good. Next, John Locke. This person is a most important person in the field of political philosophy. Actually, you can consider this person as a milestone. Why? Because he presented those ideas, and these ideas inspired the other philosophers in the world. John Locke, he was a Britisher. Yes, he was a Britisher, and he argued that men possess all natural rights of life. Just listen to it. Optional is different. Optional you have to discuss in detail ABCD. Why you are discussing that much? Just learn something new. Yes. Optional subject we have to deal in detail. This is a one part of the syllabus. Clear? Okay. So John Locke. What John Locke said? John Locke argued the man possesses all natural rights. All natural rights. Means basically he was talking about the man is born free. Yes, man is born free. He advocated that because natural right means he possesses the freedom since the beginning. Yes, he possesses the freedom since the beginning. So, for the protection of these rights, yes, as we mentioned, all rights, the natural rights the person is having, for protection of these rights, men created the government. It was not that. Yes, for protection of their natural rights, they created the government. They created the government. But later on, what happened? These government became autocratic and they took their all rights. So he advocated that philosophy that man is having all natural rights of the life, and for protection of that, they created the government. And it's the government has a duty to fulfill. Government has duty to fulfill this demand of protection of right, and if they fail to do that, then people has a natural right. He was very radical about that. He said that people has a natural right to overthrow the government. People has natural right to overthrow the government. Clear? They said that. So can you imagine the, what we can say, intensity of his ideas? He presented that idea. That idea was basically talking about people are real sovereign. People are real sovereign. Clear? People are real sovereign. So John Locke influenced the many European philosophers. He presented the idea that real power is vested with people, and these people, for protection of their natural right, created the government. Clear? And because of this idea of natural rights, John Locke influenced the many European philosophers and particularly the philosophers of France. French philosopher is highly influenced by the idea of John Locke at that time. Yes, everyone? Is that clear to you? Yes, idea of John Locke is clear to you? Clear? Good. Yes, exactly. Rousseau and Voltaire. They are the thing. Then Montesquieu. The Montesquieu, he was original and brilliant political scientist, because the contemporary political scientists were basically discussing on the social contract theory and all. This person was doesn't believing in that hypothetical states of nature. Clear? This person doesn't believe in that hypothetical state of nature. What he said, through critical study of history, he mentioned that there is no perfect system of government. Yes, through his critical study of history, he mentioned there is no perfect system of government for all the nation. The only thing is important, that is adaptability by the people and by the society. Clear? If you're talking about the perfect system for administration, perfect system of government, he said that nothing is such there. Clear? It only depends on the people. Next, in his work, Spirit of Law, it was an attempt to provide legitimacy to the different forms of government in the different contexts. Because he said that none government is a perfect. So what he said in Spirit of Law, that it provides a legitimacy for different form of government in different contexts. Means there should not be the same political system which you can impose all over the world. That political system should be different from different region. Clear? And as I mentioned, people are the most important thing which can adopt this thing. Clear? So Along with that, he advocated one most important thing, that is separation of power. And separation of power is judiciary, executive, and legislature. He talked about separation of power, complete separation of power, judiciary, executive, and legislature. The next important philosopher is Rousseau. Rousseau, he loved the nature, and as because of this thing, that his philosophy is also revolved around it. His philosophy also revolved around the nature. So, as you know, Rousseau is very famous for social contract. So, he loved the nature and his philosophy revolved around it. So, in his essay, Discourse on Art and Science, in his essay of Discourse of Art and Science, what he advocated, he actually extended the theory of John Locke of natural right. So, what he meant, he said all men would be free and equal. There is no war to kill, there is no taxes to oppress. Along with that, he said that there should not be any philosopher to teach as well. So his idea was clear: you are born free. There should not be anything, there should not be any obstruction, there should not be any taxes, there should not be war, so there should not be any killing. So he was talking about the natural rights. Then in the second essay, he mentioned the origin of equality. He mentioned the origin of equality, and among them, what he said, it was a tyranny of strong over the weak. How inequality evolved, he said that actually it is oppression of strong over the weak, and that creates inequality. Means a strong person is going to take all the resources the weak person is having, and one person becomes strong, other person is weak, and that leads to inequality. It's very simple concept he mentioned. And the last thing he mentioned, that is in pamphlet, social contract. In his social contract, what he mentioned, the people, means it's a social contract between king and subject. That king has to protect the rights of people, and if he fails to do that, then people have a right to overthrow that. If king breaches this contract, then people have a right. The same way as John Locke mentioned, he mentioned the real power vested with people. That is, people are sovereign power. Yes, is that clear to you, everyone? Yes, is that clear to you, all of you? Along with that, one more aspect is there, that is development of utilitarianism idea. This utilitarian idea is basically focused on the development of individuals. Yes, they focus on development of individual, and what it means, the development of individual leads to development of society. Very simple idea. Development of individual leads to the development of society. So they focuses on that, and they were talking about the utility of the person as well. A very famous person, as I'm not going to in details, because this portion of detailing is there in political science. But actually what exactly means utility, they were talking about the utilitarianism, utility of the person, and they talked about that individual development is most important to achieve the development of the society, because if the person is going to achieve the progress, that progress is also reflect in the progress of the society. So there were very famous people attached with this ideology. Bentham, then these two, J.S. Mill, James Mill. Yes, exactly. Now you are getting. Yes, Ashwini mentioned the happiness of individual means the happiness of the society. And the same thing I just talked about in different words. That is, development of individual leads to the development of the society. Bentham, J.S. Mill, James Mill, these people are attached to this ideology. Clear? So utilitarian is a different ideology, and they were not talking about the extra worldly life. They basically talked about the materialism.